Welcome. You are listening to Aftersight. This recording is intended solely for individuals who are blind or have low vision.
Thank you for joining us for the April 18th, 2024 Thursday reading of the Montrose and Delta News, as seen in the April 15th, 2024 edition of the Montrose Mirror. Today we will be reading the following articles. GMUG acquires a rare dinosaur trackway, which is a special to the Mirror. Cinco de Mayo, an American holiday with Mexican roots, by Susan Welk Valadez. Montrose Regional Health Cardiology acquires advanced imaging system, written as a special to the Mirror. Followed by Demystifying Entrepreneurship Workshop, returns April 26th to 27th, also a special. And then Bubbles and Bliss, an evening of sparkling wines, another special to the Mirror. Just before finishing with Your Brain on Nature, Creativity and Mindfulness Part 2 by Dr. Lauren Hall Riddell. Let's begin. Regional News Brief. GMUG acquires rare dinosaur trackway. Special to the Mirror. Delta. The Grand Mesa Uncompahgre and Gunnison, GMUG, National Forests have acquired 3 patented mining claim parcels totaling approximately 27 acres in Ouray County, Colorado. 2 of the 3 parcels contain a rarely recorded fossilized dinosaur trackway comprised of 134 consecutive footprints, 106 yards long, known as the West Gold Hill Dinosaur Track Site. The site is recorded as the largest continuous dinosaur trackway in the world. The acquisition solidifies public access along National Forest System Trail, NFST, number 199, Silver Shield Trail, and protects the rare dinosaur tracks for generations to come. Acquisition of these new parcels with the unique dinosaur trackway highlights our dedication to conservation, stated James Pitts, Acting Forest Supervisor for the GMUG. By preserving these fossilized imprints, we are not only safeguarding a valuable scientific resource, but also creating an incredible opportunity for the public to connect with the distant past, inspiring curiosity, education, and stewardship. The parcels were purchased from the Charles Real Estate Trust with funding from the Land and Water Conservation Fund, LWCF, for recreation access. Created by Congress in 1964, the LWCF provides money to federal, state, and local governments to purchase land, water, and wetlands for the benefit of all Americans. The Charles family owned the parcel since 1945, with the dream of prospecting for gold. Jack Charles and his 5 children often spent their summer vacation packing supplies for their camp to improve the sites and trails. It wasn't until 2021 that the family became aware that the pothole-like features on their property were prehistoric dinosaur tracks. The tracks, which often held water, were a favourite resting spot for their family dogs. The family approached the Forest Service in 2022 about the agency's interest in acquiring the land for public and research benefit due to the unique features along the trail. The family is happy to offer this unique trackway to the U.S. Forest Service, ensuring that the land is protected and enjoyed by future generations, said Anita McDonald, daughter of Jack Charles and a trustee of the estate. The dinosaur trackway is located at 9,300 feet in elevation and is etched in sandstone layers that are more than 150 million years old. The tracks were made by a single long-neck sauropod dinosaur, looping in a 270-degree turn. a rarely recorded occurrence in the fossil record of dinosaurs. Now that the parcels are in public ownership, the Forest Service plans to develop interpretive information, including signage and a webpage to relay information to visitors about the significance of the site and the natural history of the area. Visitors wanting to go to the site in person can access the trackway with a 2-mile hike one way via Silver Shield Trail. Trail conditions are steep and rugged, with an elevation gain of approximately 1,600 feet. The trailhead and parking are accessed via County Road 17 near Ouray, Colorado, and are open to foot and horse travel only. Parking is limited and located on private property in a residential neighborhood, so please be considerate of others. Visitors are reminded to know before you go and be prepared for sudden weather changes or unexpected circumstances. Cinco de Mayo, an American holiday with Mexican roots, by Susan Welk Valadez. Regional. If you believe that Cinco de Mayo is a celebration of Mexican independence, like our 4 de Julio in the United States, please keep reading. As a nation of immigrants, we honor our cultural homeland by celebrating the old country in our adopted one. Think St. Patrick's Day, Columbus Day, and yes, Cinco de Mayo. So, what's the big deal about the 5th of May? While the festivities we enjoy today started right here in the United States, we need to go back to the year 1862 in Puebla, Mexico, to understand its origins. In late 1861, France sent forces to Mexico to collect on defaulted treaty debt payments that had been suspended by Mexico's president. At the same time, Napoleon III saw this as an opportune time to establish a French monarchy in Mexico, in an effort to curb US power in the Americas, as well as support the Confederacy during the Civil War. As forces made their way from Veracruz to the capital of Mexico City, they were met with resistance in the fortified city of Puebla. At daybreak on May 5, 1862, a poorly equipped and greatly outnumbered Mexican army fought off the assaults of the elite French military force, decisively defeating them by early evening that same day. The victory served to boost morale across Mexico and brought a sense of unity and patriotism. As the news of the David and Goliath triumph in Puebla reached Mexicans living in the United States, they too were filled with that same sense of pride. And the first observance of Cinco de Mayo began in 1863 in California. Over time, Cinco de Mayo was relegated to the status of a minor holiday in Mexico, but that wasn't the case in the United States. In the 1940s, with the rise of the Chicano civil rights movement, Cinco de Mayo was revitalized as a day of celebration and cultural pride, making its way from California across the United States of America. The contemporary iteration of the Cinco de Mayo celebrations began in the 1960s with growing activism within the Chicano movement and an interest in Mexican culture and traditions. Chicanos identified with the struggle of the poor and ill-equipped Mexican army defeating a global superpower in the Battle of Puebla, and cries of Viva la Raza, Viva Cinco de Mayo, were heard across college campuses in both the southwestern United States and in California. In the 1980s, as the movement began to fade, beer companies like Corona saw an opportunity to capitalize on the festive atmosphere of the day, and the growing Hispanic market and the commodification of Cinco de Mayo was off and running. Soon, restaurants and retail giants realized their potential for profit, and an ever-expanding market served to water down, no pun intended, the historical and cultural significance of the holiday. So, while there's no getting around the fact that Cinco de Mayo has been appropriated by commercial interests akin to Christmas, Easter and St. Patrick's Day, we don't need to let that get in the way of enjoying a salt-rimmed margarita or some chips and salsa. But maybe, while we're getting our fiesta on, we can also take a moment to appreciate the rich and colourful customs and traditions and all that Mexican Americans have contributed to this country. I think we can all toast to that. Here are some local Cinco de Mayo events. On Friday, May 3rd, in Delta, Colorado, Main Street 6 p.m. to midnight, live music with 2 bands, Azteca dancers, food and beverage vendors, and piñatas. On Sunday, May 5th, in Montrose, Colorado, outdoors, noon till 4 p.m., fun run and walk, live music, folkloric dancers, food vendors, and kids' activities. Regional News Brief. Montrose Regional Health Cardiology acquires advanced imaging system. Special to the Mirror. Montrose. Montrose Regional Health has acquired the ARTIS iconoangiography system for advanced vascular imaging. The system uses advanced technology to produce high-quality imagery with reduced procedure times. The ARTIS Icono creates a much better experience for our patients and our staff, said David Welcome, Director of Cardiology at Montrose Regional Health. We are able to acquire higher quality imaging in reduced procedure times, resulting in lower radiation for the patient and staff. It also allows us to treat more complex cardiovascular cases. The system was recently installed in the catheterization lab at Montrose Regional Health and is now in use for patient care. The ARTIS Icono is a floor-mounted medical imaging system developed by Siemens Healthineers that is designed to produce both 2- and 3-dimensional visualizations of a patient's vascular system. It uses advanced imaging technology known as OPTIQ, allowing interventionists to achieve consistent, high-quality imagery regardless of the patient's physical makeup. All of the operations performed with the system are minimally invasive, opening up possibilities for patients who are unable to undergo more invasive surgeries. The ARTIS also features an open space above the patient, providing them with optimal space and comfort during their procedure. The ARTIS Icono produces rapid and reliable results, allowing caregivers to promptly detect, diagnose, and treat issues the patient may be suffering from. It has the ability to detect serious medical conditions such as aneurysms, heart arrhythmias, atherosclerosis, which is plaque buildup in and on the artery walls, and other problems associated with the blood vessels. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about ARTIS Icono imaging system, please contact the Montrose Regional Health Cardiology Department at 970-252-2950. Regional News Brief. Demystifying Entrepreneurship Workshop returns from April 26th to 27th. Special to the Mirror. Montrose. Demystifying Entrepreneurship Workshop returns to the area April 26th to 27th. This engaging and energetic 1.5-day workshop focuses on building, growing and sustaining small businesses on the Western Slope. Facilitators Eric Mueller and Janet Berkowitz, successful entrepreneurs and professors at the University of Colorado Leeds School of Business, will show attendees how to navigate the startup process and assist existing businesses pursue growth possibilities. The program is hosted by Region 10 and the West Central Small Business Development Center, in partnership with the Delta Innovation Center, and will be held at the Innovation Center located at 124 East 6th Street in Delta. The cost is $75. Scholarships are available. To register, go to Demystifying Entrepreneurship, which is at coloradosbdc.org. The Friday evening kickoff on April 26th features a dynamic panel discussion spotlighting local business owners. On Saturday, the workshop will explore what it means to be an entrepreneur, product differentiation, competitive advantage, and funding. The $75 cost includes program materials, as well as refreshments and meals prepared by local food entrepreneurs. The program has been offered across rural communities in Colorado, with rave reviews from participants, such as, "The networking that came from this event was huge for my insurance business," said 2023 attendee Alex Lammers of Hotchkiss, founders of Lammers Insurance Agency, LLC. "This event was inspiring and helped me to clarify my vision for my business and the direction I wanted to take it in. Every new business owner who is wondering how to take it to the next level should attend this workshop," Alex said. "After the enthusiasm for and success of last year's program, we are thrilled to bring Demystifying back to the area and offer it in conjunction with the opening of Delta's new Innovation Center," said Nancy Murphy, Region 10 Small Business Development Director. Not only do the instructors Eric Mueller and Janet Berkowitz have a wealth of practical information and knowledge to share, they do it in such an energetic and interactive way that participants are completely engaged and motivated. It is our honor to offer this as a kick-off event to help ignite the Innovation Center's initiatives. We are delighted to bring CU's expertise to Delta and surrounding areas to help elevate entrepreneurship, innovation, and help drive economic vitality and quality of life, says Eric Mueller, who teaches the program and serves as an adjunct professor and executive director of the Deming Center for Entrepreneurship at CU Boulder Leeds School of Business. He also has started several businesses, including Real Measure and I Think Core. To learn more about demystifying entrepreneurship, you can listen to the video by searching in your browser for CU Demystifying Entrepreneurship Workshop on Vimeo. Regional News Brief: Bubbles and Bliss. An evening of sparkling wines. Special to the Mirror. Montrose. The Black Canyon Boys and Girls Club, BCBGC, with SOM educator Andrea Lowe, presents Bubbles and Bliss, an evening of sparkling wines at 6 p.m. on Friday, May 3rd, 2024 at the Temple Events, located upstairs at 511 East Main Street in Montrose. Not all wine that sparkles is champagne. Find out the difference at this fun event, which features an opportunity to experience 8 different wines with 3 different pairings. Tickets are $100 and can be purchased online at www.montrosewinefestival.com. All proceeds from the event benefit the BCBGC, an after-school youth development organisation celebrating its 25th year. For more information on the BCBGC, visit www.bcbgc.org. Art and Soul, Your Brain on Nature, Creativity and Mindfulness Part 2 by Lauren Hull Riddell, PhD. Greetings, Mirrorities. Montrose. Creativity and mindfulness are the non-identical twins of innovation. In a prior article, I explained how creativity is nurtured by time in nature. Soft fascination with pleasing landscapes holds the key to attention control by allowing involuntary attention to romp around in the default mode network, also known as the DMN. But is that always the only thing required for fabulous creative breakthroughs and earth-shattering insights? Often another ingredient is required. Legend has it that Isaac Newton, fondly known as Sir I, to his assistant and biographer John Conduit, was bonked on the head by an apple falling from a random tree. He was not bonked, nor was the tree random. According to Mr. Conduit, Sir I was on one of his daily perambulations in the lovely family garden when he observed an apple falling, and wondered why they always went straight down, never up or sideways. This was only one of the many insights he gained while wool gathering at Woolsthorpe. While at Cambridge, which he had left due to closing of the school because of the plague, he was unremarkable. His greatest insights and inventions came to him once he began musing aimlessly in a pleasant natural setting. We know that mind-wandering comes in many colours: positive, negative, intentional and unintentional. Positive and unintentional mind-wandering appears to be the arena most affected by time spent relaxing in pleasing natural surroundings. Do we know what mind-wandering really is? Not perfectly, but it seems as though internally originated thoughts, independent of external stimuli, form the basis of this mental activity. It is this internal mode that appears to be the most generative for insights and breakthroughs. While this process does take attentional energy, it is composed of a different type than deliberate attention. When this process is occurring in the DMN, the action is taking place, brain topography speaking, as far away from external stimuli and executive attention as it can get. In a way, mindfulness and mind-wandering, while both very useful depending on the situation, are brain polar opposites. People typically are only consciously aware of one half of their mind-wandering episodes. These brief episodes of mind-wandering may provide the mind with moments of mini-incubation that contribute to creative thought. By temporarily taking conscious attention away from the problem at hand and providing a brief opportunity for insight to occur, is how creativity investigator David Priest describes it. Priest et al. 2020. Mind-wandering during nature experiences might support creativity by facilitating new associations between previously unconnected ideas. These mechanisms have both contrasting and common aspects. They appear to act in complementary and mutually reinforcing ways to promote creativity. Soft fascination and mind-wandering might both occur during an outdoor experience, with attention first drawn to the external, fascinating aspects of nature, but are later free to turn inward. Given the relatively low demand and low arousal that both soft fascination and mind-wandering place on attention networks, these processes promote new idea generation and evaluation. The implication is that time and nature that results in creative inspiration via mind-wandering is a mix of attention restoration and working memory. During DMN, relaxed attentional downtime, internal processes tap into working memory reservoirs to form connections between previously isolated memories, concepts, and images. Researchers have discovered that people with the best working memories make the best mind wanderers, especially in nature-rich surrounding areas such as gardens and wilderness areas. Task-unrelated thought is considered to be critical for creative originality. The independence of self-generated thought from task-related intentional effort is important because it allows for mind-wandering episodes to contain both strategic or deliberate and spontaneous or unintentional aspects. That's geek speak for great insights that fit a specific intentional purpose or need, while also gifting the thinker with an entirely unique and unexpected element. Both of these sides of the same coin are necessary in order to find a way to incorporate an aha moment into something tangible and shareable. The strategic aspect helps the thinker to begin to plan how to manifest the spontaneous aspect. It is my personal experience that the most effective insights derived from immersion in nature are few and far between, and not made while in motion. I tend to absorb as much through the five senses as I can while in motion, and then sit for a while to process and just observe what emerges. This way, I'm not impacted by external stimuli, such as the need to not trip and fall over that exposed root in the trail just up ahead. A recent study on the effects of representations of nature on divergent thought processes revealed, to the scientists' dismay, that higher quality, more stable, and actionable insights were inversely related to the number of insights. When it comes to deriving useful breakthroughs of the creative sort, less is more. So when trying to find your inner Georgia O'Keeffe, it's best to go into nature often, roam around, absorb the sounds, and then just set a spell to let that incubator go to town for one really great vision. Like a bleached animal skull floating in a desert sky. Sounds absurd when described that way, but when made manifest by a superlative artist, as with Georgia O'Keeffe, it actually works. Let your mind and body wander in nature to create the next smash hit masterpiece or scientific breakthrough, and be well. Thank you for joining us for the Montrose and Delta News.